departments. So how does anybody know what they can comment other than they have to do generically speaking of, as I have before, on county roads and flood control, etc. So it's time to step up and do right for the people. Thank you.
Thank you. May we have the next speaker, please?
Our next participant is Dr. Genevieve Gabriel. You have 1 minute. You may begin.
Yes, good morning, Board of Supervisor. This is Dr. Genevieve Gabriel on CS1, machine complaint information for anyone from the public to know who you're going to be dealing with. And on CS3, again, we should have the name of the department head who is being reviewed. That cannot continue that way because it's totally inappropriate, especially when you go back and look at the previous closed session. It's always saying no action taken. So how can you have so many closed sessions who have no action taken? That disturbed me very highly. Anyway, have a good week. Hope to see you soon. Reopen the board. Bye.
Thank you. May we have the next speaker, please?
Our next participant is Lorrain Vivian. You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Hello, good morning. I'm calling regarding 71D, the eviction moratorium. I am asking you as a small landlord to consider the following. Neither was I compensated nor was I able to evict for quite a long time a tenant during the COVID period and now during these times that turned her apartment into a pool hall and had SWAT teams on my property due to selling of drugs. I was out a year of rent. And imagine if you have 6 units, what that does to your bottom line. I'm now forced to encumber my property, which I worked and put sweat equity into for quite a long time to bring it up to snuff. Because I am failing those funds, losing those funds during COVID, I ask you to please seriously consider the small landlord who is providing quality housing and who is counting on this income for their livelihood. And this has a kind of a trickle up and trickle down effect in all directions. Please consider listing these moratoria so that people take
the time is
responsibility.
Expired. May we have the next
Thank
speaker,
you.
please?
And before the next person speaks, I just want to remind the public that what we're addressing today is the posted closed session agenda. The last caller was not addressing today's agenda. So I want to remind members of the public to please limit your public comment to items posted on today's agenda. Thank you very much.
Our next participant is Jacklin Aera. You have 1 minute. You may begin.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Let's begin.
Okay, thank you. My name is Jacklin Aera. I'm calling from Acton. On general public comment, I'm concerned about the vote that you took last week to put an agenda item on to amend the county charter. The implications of the 4-vote threshold are more insidious than just rendering Supervisor Barger's vote irrelevant. 79% of the votes cast in my district were for Sheriff Villanueva.
Excuse
Your
me.
proposed charter amendment renders all of these votes irrelevant.
Focused on today's agenda items only. The item you are raising is not on today's agenda. I just provided that clarification. We invite you to call in for a future open public board meeting when that issue is again on the agenda item. We're only focused on agenda items posted today. Thank you.
May we have the next caller, please?
Our next participant is Preven. You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Thank you. It's Preven. And the agenda item regarding the case, USA versus County of Los Angeles, is a case that has to do with mental health issues in the jail that revolves around public safety as well. And the judge in that case encouraged the parties, the sheriff and the board of supervisors, to work together to come up with and formulate and implement policies. But this board has not been working collaboratively. The sheriff, they love that guy Corbett. I know you guys like to bring him over and give him a little neck massage, and he's a good guy, but you're doing a terrible job, and it's an egregious failure. And I also want to point out that Skip Miller who is your lawyer, was admonished by Judge Carter. You can read it in my City Watch LA. He's called That's a Diss, or sometimes it's called Bad Pringle, which touches on Paul Pringle's expose of USC's malfeasance. But USC malfeasance is merely a placeholder for County Board of Supervisors and Los Angeles City
Excuse me.
Council.
The time has expired. May we have the next speaker, please?
Madam Chair, there are no other speakers in the queue to address the board.
Thank you very much. Our time for public comments is ended. We want to thank all of you who called in to speak. If you're unable to provide your comments, you may always submit written comments as indicated on the agenda, and we'll continue to accept all written comments that come in during the meeting, which will become part of the record. That concludes public comments. Executive Officer, please read us into closed session.
In accordance with Brand Act requirements, notice is hereby given that the Board of Supervisors will convene in closed session to discuss CS1, conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation, CS2, conference with legal counsel regarding anticipated litigation, CS3, department head performance evaluation, and CS4, conference labor negotiator Fevia Davenport and designated staff as indicated on the posted agenda.
Okay, this is Roy Humphreys commenting on the County Board of Supervisors meeting here on September 6th, and for what technical reason I can't begin to explain. I was in the queue, I got bumped out. The computer version, which you are seeing part of there, did not correlate with the call-in information that was something. I don't know if AT&T had a problem, so I'll just put my comments as an add-on here. Okay, this is Roy Humphreys doing add-on to this supervisors, the September 6th meeting. For whatever technical reason, I got kicked out, and we'll stay within the 1 minute limit there. Number two, the Care First investment for year two, spending $100 million. Everybody knows that's chump change. What is the administrative cost aspect of that to give how much you have to really take care of that particular issue there? And item three, the Barry Nerdorf Juvenile Hall conditions report. That thing should have been closed down there, but it's criminal to keep up. But that's been the confinement situation in the Los Angeles County forever, including the adult situation. And CS3, department head performance as usual. Baldwin Park chief out, and Walnut Drive chief out. Okay, 1 minute. Bye now.